Good evening, guys. Happy Sunday to you. I've just been sitting here cleaning all these gourds, making holes, getting them prepared to paint, stain, whatever it is I'm going to do. So I wanted to show you guys how fun this is. So my son calls this stuff that comes out of these gourds gourd jerky. Now the cool thing about this little gourd jerky, as he calls it, is the fact that the birds love it. The birds love it because they can, build their houses with it inside the gourds. So here we tend to not empty out the whole gourd. We pretty much get some seeds out, as you can see. They're all attached to bunches of stuff like this. Let me see if I can get it. I'm still new at this videoing, guys, okay, so bear with me. But you can see the seeds are all attached. So that's basically what I do is I sit here, I drill the hole first, okay, after I clean it. And then I just basically dig out all the stuff on the inside, but leaving some of the stuff that he calls a little gourd jerky, which is just the insides of the gourd, the sections that host this fluffy stuff that has the seeds in it. So now some of these insides of these gourds will be dark, and then some will be white. It just all depends on what's growing in there and all the above, how old they are and all the above. So anyway, usually how I tell if the gourd is empty enough for me is I listen. You can hear that. It's got a few seeds left in it, which I don't mind about the seeds leaving it for people. But the problem is as I've showed you before, I have several gourds growing in my driveway because of this. So I really try to make an effort to not leave seeds in there, because the last thing we need is more gourds growing in the driveway and by the porch and all over the yard. I try so hard to grow gourds and they grow terribly, but then when I don't try and all we do is drop them on the ground, they grow beautifully. Now I guess that's just how life is. Still got some jingling happening in here, but let me see if I can get this thing out. It sounds like a seed. The tools that I use to clean out the gourd is this. You can really get in there and scrape around the edges, which is what you should do. That kind of releases some of that gourd, webbing in there. Also clears the space where the seed will come out, because sometimes it's caught. There it is. You can see we got a couple more pieces coming out. There we go. And I just shake them. Still got that one jingling seed in there that I can't seem to get my hands on. Ah, there it is. It's kind of trapped into the white goo there. So there we go. And then you hear nothing. So that's what we're looking for here. So, well, I kind of got more going on in here. Well, anyway, sometimes when you're, oh, there it goes. So the next step of this, besides the hole, is you got to put some drainage holes in there. So, if it does get moisture in there, you can have some airflow. Also, you have to put a hole at each side, but you got to line it up with your holes. And these are just small holes, and I use the drill bit here, just like you would drill into a piece of wood before you put a screw in it. And so I find my big hole, which is here, and I line it up on top. Sometimes you can go all the way through, and with this big guy, you can't. So you just have to do your best at lining up the holes. So I tend to put my finger on this side to judge where I need to put the hole on the other side. So here you can see, let me show you, you've got hole and hole. So then I turn it over on the bottom. I sometimes hold it with this. I steady it, and then I drill about 3 holes on the bottom. About 3 of them. And your gourd is ready to go. Ta-da! So you see your little 3 drainage holes there. And you can use any size you want. I choose to use the smaller size. I don't want a big gaping hole on the top because, when it rains, I don't want it to go in there. So, anyway, that's how you do your gourd.